Hi, I'm Brenda. Thanks so much for joining me here on Petals from the Basket, where we share daily devotional thoughts as well as ideas and resources for everyday Christian living. For those of you who have watched in previous videos, you'll notice that we have a new little member to our video family, and that's our piano right there behind me. We just got our piano over the weekend. Why is that so important that I share that with you today? Let me start with our verse for the day, okay? Psalm chapter 5 and verse 3 says, "In the morning, O Lord, you will hear my voice. In the morning I will order my prayer to you and eagerly watch." I grew up in a home where we had a piano. We always had one. And when I became Joe's wife, we didn't have a piano. And I longed for a piano. I wanted a piano. I was a music major in college. And for me, when I have a few free moments or I need to let off some steam or release some energy or pour out my heart before the Lord, or emotions need to just find their way out, or I just want to express myself in song, I love to go over to the piano and sit down and play. And so I have prayed for 3 years for a piano. Some of you are praying for much deeper things, and I'm aware of that. I am not in any way trivializing your wait, because your wait matters to God. What you are waiting for, what you are longing for, what you are desiring. But I wanted to share this with you today as a visual reminder. 3 years I prayed for this little piano, just a little thing. And I said, Lord, we want to be wise. I talked about that yesterday in our verse that we have over here. Point the wrong way there. I reminded us that we need to pray and ask for God's wisdom and leave a legacy of wisdom and a legacy of grace. And to show how God uses our talent, skills, abilities, and resources in ways that will long outlast us. A piano is just stuff, but it provides music in our home, and I appreciate that and enjoy it and love it. And I longed for it, and so I prayed for it and asked God to give us wisdom in finding just the right piano that we wouldn't have to put a lot of additional funds into to repair, a lot of additional time. We're not fixer-upper people. That's just not our thing. I wish we were. It'd be kind of fun, but we're not. And so we needed something that we could use and not have to put a lot into. I also didn't want to pour a lot of resources into it because we want to use those resources for other things and for other people, and to make wise choices with the purchases that we make. And so I said, Lord, I have a little request. I would like to find a piano for $100 or less. If you've priced pianos, even inexpensive pianos, you know that that's pretty tricky. You can find a lot of beat up ones that are free or on sale for very low pricing through some of the like Craigslist or some of those other places. And I'm not endorsing or not endorsing Craigslist or any other such thing. But sometimes, you're going to just find all different things. So I was looking on Facebook Marketplace over the weekend, and it was actually on Thursday. And when I found this piano, it was $100. It was from a family who had 2 mutual friends with me, one a music teacher and one a dear friend who is from a musical family as well. And I thought, that says something right there. So I contacted the person via the private messaging system that you properly use, and we made an arrangement to go and see the piano. We saw it, and it just looked like it needed to be in our home. So on Saturday, Joe went, I'm going to cry on video. Joe went and picked it up along with our family members that are here in town, and they brought it back to the house with a lot of work, but very little effort by comparison, and very little cost compared to what it would have cost us otherwise. And so it doesn't need to be tuned right away immediately. I'm going to let it kind of acclimate to our house, but we've already played it a lot. Joe and I sang through some old hymns last night as I played on the piano and just enjoyed a time of just standing around the piano and singing and while I played, and hopefully we'll have a lot of that in the future and many more times for that. But what does that mean for you today? The psalmist said, I prayed to the Lord. I cried out to him. But you know how he ends that verse? He says he waited expectantly, is what some of the translations use. He looked up. He waited for God to answer. You know why? Because he knew that God would answer. The hard part for us comes when God's answer is, no, that's not the plan I have for you. I have something better. I have something else I need you to learn first or instead of. We have to be careful that our requests do not become demands, but that they remain our desires. So let me encourage you today, keep praying, and then wait expectantly for him. I'm going to offer you one really quick resource piece of information today. I heard about this in a Sunday school class, Wait and See, and it's Finding Peace in God's Pauses and Plans. It's by Wendy Pope. I have not read all the way through it, so I'm not endorsing it 100%, but I am telling you it has already changed the way I pray. It's changed the way that I look at my waiting times and learning about waiting on God. I'm going to put a link to it. It's an affiliate link. That means that I get a small commission at no additional cost to you if you use the link to purchase it. So I have to clarify that for legal purposes, but I do want to let you know I'm not doing it for that reason. I'm doing it because this is a great book, and I would encourage you to read it. It's a Bible study of sorts. It gives you places to fill in the blanks if you want to, but you can just read through the chapters and learn from those as well. Learning to wait on God. Some of you are waiting to have a child. Some of you are waiting for a spouse. Some of you are waiting for financial provision that you need, not just that you want, but that you need. Some of you are waiting for healing. I don't know what your wait is today. My wait, W-A-I-T, was just a little thing, this piano, waiting for God to say, okay, here's the one you need. It's now available. I gave it to you at the price you asked for, and it's just what I had in mind for you. That's when there's joy. Did I think that God didn't love me last year when I still didn't have a piano? No, I didn't. But I continued to wait and look and wait expectantly for my God to show me what his answer was going to be. Wait today on the Lord, but keep looking and waiting expectantly for his answer. If you want more videos like these, you can simply click on this picture of Joe and me that's going to show up in a second and hit subscribe. If you want to be notified when you get a new video up, hit the little bell beside it. If you don't want to be notified, just subscribe, and then you can come and look at it whenever you log into YouTube. Have a great day today. We appreciate you.